Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope, and this one is for you, Gemini. Here we go into September, and we've got the sun shining in Virgo through the 21st. This might challenge you to get organized at home or take on a home-related repair. Now, it is a good month to head off possible problems by getting a home or vehicle inspection. It's that time to get ready for the upcoming Mars retrograde cycle, where sometimes anything that can go wrong will. The Murphy's Law time of year. So stay proactive about your physical well-being in addition to your physical surroundings. I'll tell you more about that Mars retrograde in just a minute. But before that happens, we've got a Pisces full moon on September the 2nd. And this is putting a spotlight on your career. You could get recognized for a job well done, and your creative ideas are going to be more visible to others around this time. This is a great thing. Now, if you've been working towards a long-term goal, you could see some results at this full moon. However, it's possible you might also notice what adjustments need to be made to your plan, and previously hidden information could offer you some clear direction around this time. Pisces rules not only the subconscious, but things that have been sort of obscured from our vision. It could be something that we've been in denial about. It could be something that just seemed confusing and we weren't sure. When the Pisces full moon comes out, it often puts the spotlight on that missing information. So pay attention around September 2nd and see what you notice and what you might need to change in your current plan according to the information that comes to you. Now let's talk about this Mars retrograde. We've got Mars in fiery Aries, that's the sign it rules, and it's stationing retrograde on September 9th. This initiates a cycle that will last until November 13th. This is a big deal astrologically. Mars only goes retrograde every couple years. So I've made a whole video just on Mars retrograde on this channel. If you want to really learn all the ins and outs of it, I encourage you to check that out. But what you need to know for this monthly horoscope is that everybody is going to need to do a bit of self-monitoring under this astrology. Gemini is an air sign. You're known for being pretty logical, not necessarily one to fly off the handle, but Mars retrograde in Aries sort of stirs up that impulsive nature in everybody. And if you happen to have Aries in your chart, you'll feel it all the more. So you might need to avoid making snap decisions. It's definitely can be a combative energy afoot that could cause unnecessary power struggles. What you want to do is just be aware that the Mars retrograde is happening and think about how you can work with this astrology. So some things you can do is proceed with caution. Dealings with groups or friendships or your neighbors. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt and slow down and make sure that everybody's intentions are understood before reacting. Conflicts might arise simply because the people around you have a need to feel heard. They might be frustrated. You might need to distance yourself from groups or individuals who have difficulty managing their anger. This is good advice anytime, but especially during Mars retrograde. Try to find some positive ways to connect and join forces with others over causes you feel passionately about. That can be a really positive way to work with Mars retrograde. Okay, people are frustrated, they're angry. What can we do? Not just what can we express in an angry way, but what could we accomplish? What changes could we bring about that stemmed from feeling angry. Now we've got Jupiter stationing direct on the 12th, and this is some good news. Jupiter has been retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. That's been made it a little harder to get things going with the help from others. It's been a very DIY time period these past few months. Now it's a good time to attract mutually beneficial business agreements. It's also a helpful time for growth within any intimate relationships you have. You and a partner might be setting some long-term goals. And if you're single, Jupiter is offering a bit of luck and opportunity to attract someone special into your life. And it's more of an energy of someone for the long term. It's not as flighty, shall we say, Jupiter in Capricorn. It's more about someone who could help you grow in a big picture kind of way. Now, this month's new moon in Virgo is going to be on the 21st, and it's going to offer support for goals related to your living situation or home and family life, security, as well as your health and wellness. So definitely set those new moon intentions, even though we're in Mars retrograde. It is a great time to set intentions at every new moon. You're putting it out there. You've got the most astrological support. Then, knowing that it's retrograde, just expect things to unfold more slowly than usual. Also, when we get out of the retrograde after November 13th, review these intentions and see if they need to be modified. Sometimes once we clear a retrograde cycle, we have a lot more clarity and you can fine-tune your intentions. But first you have to set them. So that's an important thing to remember at the new moon. We're going to finish out the month towards the end of the month on the 22nd with the equinox. Now, Northern Hemisphere, that's the fall equinox. Southern Hemisphere, it's spring equinox. But all over the world, this signals the sun's ingress into Libra. This is in the Western astrology system. We anchor our cardinal signs to equinoxes and solstices. That keeps all the signs at the same time of year anchored equally apart. And all over the world, the astrological energy for Libra is the same, whether it's spring or fall. The coming month is going to be a time to reap what has been sown individually and join with others to celebrate what you've accomplished. Teamwork is also very much celebrated. That's a Libra theme. And if you want to learn more about the equinox and Jan Spiller's recommended ritual for this time of year, I encourage you to check out our website at janspiller.com. This is the website that is just like this YouTube channel, honoring the legacy of the late Jan Spiller, who was my mentor, and her wishes were to keep the website going as a resource for people. She really loved helping people through the tool of astrology. And what's so cool is the equinox and solstice articles are pretty timeless because they're always attached to the same signs. And Jan developed rituals that she came up with to do at each equinox and solstice and put them together in an article that is available when you become a member of janspiller.com. And of course, you'll also get access to all the current astrology that I write about, including this upcoming Mars retrograde, and you'll get a heads up on all the eclipses and important events. So check that out, please, and I hope that you can make the most of September's astrology. It's all about taking it slow and steady, and I will see you back here next month with your horoscope. Be safe and be well.